Good evening. I'm Dylan Thomas, and I'll be telling you about the effects of drunk driving. This is an excerpt from MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. On Friday, September 19, 2008, the sailors were given liberty, and Paul's fiancée went to the base to pick him up for a weekend with her and our family. They made a stop at Walmart and bought a movie and were headed to the beach that night. They were a mile and a half from Walmart when a drunk driver struck them. Paul was killed instantly, and his fiancée sustained several injuries. The driver to the other vehicle died on his way to the hospital. He was found to be 3.5 times over the legal limit. That day, many lives were changed. We lost a son, and though his fiancée has recovered from the physical wounds, she still struggles with the emotional trauma. That day, we all began a new journey. A journey without Paul. His hugs, his infectious smile, and his presence were ripped from our wound. Have you ever been out drinking with friends, and one of your friends, or even you, got into the car to drive home? Recently, one of my friends ended up in the hospital due to drunk driving. Drunk driving was one of the leading causes of death, yet it is also one of the most preventable. Today I will be telling you about how alcohol affects your body, the statistics of people who drink and drive, as well as the crash rates and also the repercussions if you get caught drinking and driving. Alcohol decreases a person's ability to drive a motor vehicle safely. The more you drink, the greater the effect. Knowing how many drinks it takes for you to reach the legal limit and when to stop is something a lot of people don't know. The amount of alcohol required to become impaired differs according to how fast you drink, your weight, your gender, and how much you've eaten. How does alcohol affect your body? It declines in visual functions, decline in the ability to perform 2 tasks at the same time, reduces coordination, reduces ability to track moving objects, and difficulty steering. It also reduces response to emergency driving situations, concentration, short-term memory loss, speed control, reduced information processing capability, impaired perception, reduced ability to maintain lane position and brake appropriately, substantial impairment in vehicle control, attention to driving tasks, and visual and auditory information processing. There's an app you can download on your phone that can track how many drinks you have, how much you weigh, and when you've reached the legal limit. So how does this affect your judgment with driving? Well, not only driving, but also your decision making. In 2013, 10,000 people were killed and approximately 300,000 were injured. Each crash, each death, and each injury not only impacts the person in the crash, but family, friends, classmates, coworkers, and more. Drunk driving fatalities, 62, representing 41.9% of all total traffic deaths, a 13.9 increase from last year. Alcohol-related crash injuries, 420. Alcohol-related crashes, 997. Taxpayers' subsidy of drunk driving fatalities is $300 million. Of the 1,149 traffic deaths among children, ages 0 to 14, in 2013, 200 involved an alcoholic impaired driver. Of the 200 child passengers, ages 14 in crashes, in 2013, over half were riding in the vehicle with the alcohol impaired driver. In 2010, over 1 million drivers were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol or narcotics. That's 1% of the 112 million self-reported episodes of alcohol impaired driving among U.S. adults each year. This is Jackie Sabrito.
Hey, Jackie.
Jackie Sabrito was taking a break from college when she came to the United States to study English. One night, she went to a party, came home, and on her way, was hit by a drunk driver. The drunk driver, 7 years in prison. Her, cost her life. This is her car, and this is Jackie now. This is Sean Carter. Sean Carter was a college junior, out drinking with friends. He knew he was in no condition to drive home, but neither was the buddy who gave him a ride. The driver walked away from the crash that left Sean in a wheelchair and unable to speak. Now a computer is his voice. This is the car. Sean was in. This is Sean now.
I can't see the car. Holy dumb shit.
However, some people still don't realize the harm that can come from drinking and driving. And sadly, a lot of people are now part of the statistic. Offenses and repercussions. For North Dakota, they base it off of how many offenses you've had and what extent. Your first offense, Class B misdemeanor, a $500 fine, if below,
Oh shit.
1.6. 2 days imprisonment and a $750 fine if 0.16 or greater. Addiction evaluation, 91 days suspension if below 0.18, 180-day suspension if 0.18 or greater. Second offense in 7 years, Class B misdemeanor, 10 days imprisonment and a $1,500 fine. Addiction evaluation, 1 year and 24/7 program, 365-day suspension if below, 0.18, 2 year suspension if 1.8 or greater. Third offense in 7 years, Class A misdemeanor, 120 days imprisonment and $2,000 fine. Addiction evaluation, 1 year supervised probation, 1 year in the 24/7 program, 2 year suspension if below 0.18, 3 years suspension if 0.18 or greater. Fourth and subsequent offenses, Class C felony, 1 year and 1 day imprisonment and $2,000 fine. Addiction evaluation, 2 years supervised probation, 2 years in the 24/7 programs. It's not over.
Fucking Chandler. Swear to God, the dog dies in this video now.
Find a DD, stay at a friend's, do not drink and drive. Think twice, you never know who it may affect. Driving drunk is one of the most preventable deaths, yet it is also one of the leading causes of deaths. Don't drink and drive. Today I've told you about how alcohol affects your body, as well as your driving. The statistics of driving drunk as well as the repercussions. Whenever your social plans involve drinking, make plans so that you don't have to drink and drive. Prior to any parties, designate a non-drinking driver within a group. Don't let your friends drive impaired. Take their keys away. If you have been drinking, get a ride home or call a taxi. Can you press that?
Hey, that might have gone on for 10 minutes. You want to just hit the